Hello, I'm Amara Jones and welcome to Caffeine TV, your daily video news brief. Here to take you through 3 headline numbers in just 3 minutes, giving you a different take on everything from housing policy to the Real Housewives. The first number up to date is 0, as in the number assigned by public health officials to the first person to contract the disease. And now New York City has its first Ebola patient, 0, Dr. Craig Spencer. And the details of Dr. Spencer's journey will have you do an emoticons what? That's because you'll see that Dr. Spencer and Dr. Nancy Schneiderman of NBC News both have the same disease. No, not Ebola, it's called foolitis. Now, back in September, Dr. Spencer bravely went to West Africa in order to treat people there suffering from the Ebola virus, and he did so under circumstances that few of us can fathom. But once he came back to the United States, all that training and all those smarts seemed to go right out the window. In fact, instead of self-isolating for the 21 days that one should after possible exposure to Ebola, the night before he ended up in the hospital, he ended up taking 2 subway lines to go bowling at a place called The Gutter. Well, you could make this stuff up and nobody would believe you. Well, all of it just goes to show, as I've said before, that all of our technology and all of our protective equipment and all of our stuff that we have that's supposed to keep us safe can't actually protect us from our own arrogance. The next number up today is 22. Now that's the number of points by which single women support Democrats over Republicans, and perhaps it's what's fueling the latest foolishness to come out of Fox News. Now, Kimberly Guilfoyle at Fox earlier this week said that single women are too hot and sexy and spend all their time on Tinder. Yep, she went there. And as a result, don't know what's going on in the world and shouldn't be allowed to vote. Now, I didn't say anything earlier this week because you can't chase after every piece of ignorance in the world, but she tried it again yesterday by saying that single women should be excluded who are hot, should be excluded from juries. Well, perhaps Ms. Guilfoyle is working through some of her own personal issues. She was once married to the former Democratic mayor of San Francisco, and then after that didn't work out, ended up getting married again to a furniture baron, and then that didn't work out. So now she's back trying to get her swerve on and perhaps has some feelings about it. So all I can say to all you single ladies is not to listen to a word she says. The next number up today is 4 million, as in 4 million vinyl records that are sold in the United States each year. I said, yep, vinyl, and it's not 1964, no, it's 2014. But the US isn't the only place that is getting re-addicted to vinyl. The same is true in the UK, where 1 million vinyl records were sold last year. Now, the people buying them aren't the people who grew up on them, like baby boomers who might be out trying to get the latest Aretha Franklin album, even though on the cover she's not wearing her bosom buddy dress that she had on David Letterman. No, it's millennials, the people who grew up on compressed music and on zeros and ones. And this would make sense because music is an emotional experience, and we want it and need it to be tactile because it is something that's real. But this means that somehow I'm going to have to find some room in my apartment for all of those records and that record player. But there's one thing that I'm hoping won't come back, and that's outhouses.